dangerous choking hazards, toxic overheating risks, and sharp plastic fragments that cause serious injuries, all found inside some of America's most popular cat toys. That colorful toy you tossed to your cat last night might contain poorly sealed batteries leaking heat, thin stitching hiding swallowable parts, and wire components that veterinary surgeons pull from intestines every week. If your cat has been batting around the same cheap toy for months, every play session could be one swallowed piece away from an emergency surgery bill that devastates your savings. Today, we are exposing 7 cat toys that put your pet in real danger, including 2 that most owners consider perfectly safe, plus the 5 alternatives that actually protect the animal you love. The worst offender on this list has sent more cats to emergency surgery than almost any toy in America. Coming in at number 7, Hartz Just for Cats toys. Walk into any grocery store or pharmacy in America, and you will find Hartz toys hanging on the pet aisle endgame. Bright packaging, low prices, the kind of impulse buy you grab because your cat deserves a little something. Hartz is everywhere. That is the problem. Multiple consumer complaints have flagged Hartz toys for one recurring nightmare. Small parts that detach during play, plastic eyes that pop off, tiny bells that come loose, feathers that rip free with a single bite. Every one of those pieces becomes a choking hazard the moment it separates from the toy. Your cat does not chew carefully. Your cat bites, shreds, and swallows. One detached plastic eye lodged in a throat, and your evening turns into a midnight emergency vet visit. Hartz has faced broader scrutiny beyond just toys. Their flea and tick product line has generated thousands of complaints about pet injuries, skin burns, and worse. This is a company with a documented pattern of putting products on shelves that hurt animals. Yet the toys keep selling because they cost $2, and they are on every shelf in America. Cheap is not a deal when the price is your cat's safety. Think about what happens when that small part comes loose at 2 in the morning. You are rushing to an emergency vet paying hundreds or thousands of dollars, watching your companion in pain because a $2 toy fell apart exactly the way dozens of consumers warned it would. Hartz builds toys for profit margins, not for cats. The small parts detach. The complaints pile up. The toys stay on shelves. Your cat pays the price for their cost-cutting. $2 per toy. Thousands per emergency. That is the Hartz equation. That was the brand everyone grabs without thinking. But surely a brand that markets itself as enrichment for your cat is safer, right? Think again. Number 6. SmartyKat Catnip Toys. The name alone sounds intelligent. SmartyKat positions itself as the playful, affordable brand that keeps your indoor cat stimulated and happy. Catnip-infused plush toys in cheerful shapes, marketed as hours of enrichment. Open the package and your cat goes wild for about 3 days. Then the toy falls apart. Multiple reviews tell the same story. Thin stitching that unravels with minimal play. Low-grade fabric that shreds under normal cat claws. Within a week, your floor is covered in loose stuffing, exposed seams, and small plastic components that were hidden inside the plush exterior. Those plastic pieces are now scattered across your home. Your cat does not distinguish between a toy and a choking hazard. Everything on the floor is fair game. Everything gets batted, chewed, and potentially swallowed. A piece of plastic stuffing lodged in your cat's intestine does not announce itself. The symptoms are subtle at first: lethargy, loss of appetite, vomiting. By the time you realize something is seriously wrong, the surgery bill is already in the thousands. SmartyKat spends money on cute branding and catnip scent. They do not spend it on stitching that lasts longer than a weekend. The fabric is designed to be cheap, not durable. The catnip gets your cat excited enough to destroy the toy faster. It is almost engineered to fall apart. Enrichment should not come with an expiration date measured in days. A toy your cat destroys in 72 hours is not entertainment. It is a delivery system for swallowable debris. SmartyKat sells the promise of play. They deliver a pile of hazardous scraps your cat can choke on. If a brand built for enrichment falls apart that fast, at least a modern interactive system designed by engineers would be safe. Wrong. Number 5. Catit Design Senses Circuit Toys. Catit markets its Senses line as the future of cat play. Sleek plastic tracks with balls that roll through enclosed circuits, designed to stimulate your cat's natural hunting instincts. The marketing videos show cats gently pawing at smooth rolling balls for hours of safe, independent fun. The reality looks nothing like the video. Pet owners report that the plastic ball tracks crack during normal play. Cats are not gentle. They slam, bite, and pounce. When those track pieces crack, they create sharp edges that can slice paw pads and mouths. A cat with a bleeding mouth from a cracked toy does not stop playing. They keep going until the injury gets worse, but the more insidious danger is the design itself. The lightweight construction means cats knock the entire unit across the room. Track pieces scatter. Segments separate and end up under furniture in doorways across hallways. At night, those displaced pieces become invisible obstacles on the floor. For anyone navigating a dark hallway to use the bathroom at 3 in the morning, a hard plastic track piece underfoot can mean a fall. For owners over 50, a fall from tripping on a cat toy is not a minor inconvenience. Hip fractures from household falls have devastating consequences. A toy that migrates across your floor in the dark is not safe for your cat or for you. Catit designed a toy that looks futuristic and modern. They forgot that cats are destructive and floors need to stay clear. Sharp, cracked edges for your cat. Tripping hazards for you. Innovation that endangers everyone in the house. If you are helping this channel grow by watching, hit subscribe. It is free, and it means you never miss these investigations. 3 interactive toys down. So maybe the answer is an electronic toy that plays with your cat while you rest. That sounds perfect, until it overheats. Number 4. Pet Zone Fly by Spinner Toy. The pitch is irresistible. An electronic spinning toy that entertains your cat hands-free while you relax on the couch or even take a nap. No waving a wand, no dragging a string, just press a button and let the machine do the work. Consumer reports tell a different story. The battery compartments on these toys are poorly sealed. Over time, batteries shift, connections loosen, and the spinning mechanism runs hot. During extended play sessions, the motor overheats. An overheating electronic device on your floor surrounded by carpet or fabric near a cat that bats and chews everything. That is not a toy. That is an ignition source. The risk is worse than most people realize because the entire appeal of this product is that you walk away. You nap, you cook dinner, you leave the room. The toy is designed to operate without supervision, which means the overheating happens without anyone watching. A burning smell from an overheating motor goes unnoticed if you are in another room. For anyone with reduced hearing, a crackling battery compartment is silent until it is too late. Your cat cannot tell you the toy is getting hot. Your cat will keep playing until something goes wrong. Pet Zone sells convenience. They sell the freedom to stop supervising playtime. But an electronic device with a faulty battery seal is never something you leave unattended around an animal. The promise is hands-free play. The risk is an unattended fire hazard. Convenience that could cost you your pet or your home. Press a button and walk away. That is what they want you to do. Do not do it. You would think a simple laser pointer would be the safest option. No batteries overheating, no parts to swallow, just a beam of light. But the damage this one does is invisible. Number 3. Ethical Pet Laser Chase Toy. Affordable, simple, and marketed as the easiest exercise tool for cats. Point the red dot, watch your cat sprint, laugh at the frantic pouncing. It looks like pure joy. Veterinary behaviorists see something else entirely. Cats are predators. Every instinct in their body is built around the hunt and catch cycle. Stalk, chase, pounce, catch, kill, eat. The laser eliminates the most important step, the catch. Your cat chases the dot frantically but never catches anything. There is no prey, there is no reward. The hunt never ends, and the satisfaction never comes. Over weeks and months, this creates obsessive-compulsive behaviors. Cats begin chasing shadows, light reflections, even dust particles. They cannot stop hunting because they never completed a single hunt. The frustration builds into anxiety, destructive behavior, and chronic stress. A stressed cat does not sleep well. A stressed cat wakes you at 3 in the morning, knocks things off counters, claws furniture, and vocalizes constantly. For anyone who depends on consistent sleep, a cat driven to compulsive behavior by laser play disrupts every night. Chronic sleep disruption is linked to weakened immune systems, elevated blood pressure, and increased cardiovascular risk. The laser did not hurt your cat's body. It broke your cat's brain. And a cat with a broken prey drive will break your sleep, your furniture, and your peace of mind for years. Ethical Pet charges $5 for a toy that creates a lifetime of behavioral damage. The cheapest toy on this list causes the most expensive problems. No catch, no peace, no sleep. $5 for years of regret. Drop a comment if you have ever used a laser pointer with your cat. You are not alone, and it is not too late to switch. At least a puzzle toy should be safe. Mental enrichment, problem solving, a way to keep your cat sharp without the risks we have been exposing. Unless the puzzle itself becomes the hazard. Number 2. Trixie activity boards with small parts. Trixie markets these boards as cognitive enrichment, the kind of product that prevents boredom and keeps indoor cats mentally stimulated. Veterinarians recommend puzzle feeders. Cat behaviorists endorse mental challenges. Trixie took that advice and built boards with small pegs, removable cups, and tiny knobs that cats are supposed to manipulate for treats. Cats manipulate them, all right? They pry the pieces loose and scatter them across the floor. Small plastic pegs end up under couches, in hallways, and on walking paths throughout your home. Some owners report that plastic components splinter with regular use, creating sharp fragments mixed in with the scattered pieces. A splintered plastic peg on a kitchen floor is a hazard for bare feet. For anyone with diabetic neuropathy or reduced sensation in their feet, stepping on a sharp fragment can create a wound they do not even feel. Foot wounds that go unnoticed become infected. Infections in feet with poor circulation become serious medical events. A puzzle toy should not put you in the hospital. But Trixie built boards with pieces small enough for cats to remove and sharp enough to cause injury when they inevitably end up on your floor. The concept is sound. Mental enrichment matters, but the execution is dangerous. Removable parts belong in a sealed system, not loose on a board where a determined cat can scatter them in minutes. Trixie sold the idea of a SmartyKat. They delivered a floor full of tiny hazards. Enrichment should challenge your cat's mind, not endanger your body. Small parts, big problems. Cognitive toys that create physical danger. We have exposed 6 toys. 6 products your cat might be playing with right now. But the #1 spot belongs to a toy so iconic, so beloved, that most owners never question it. And what it does to cats who play unsupervised is the worst thing on this list. Number 1. Cat Dancer wire toys used without supervision. The original Cat Dancer is legendary. A simple spring steel wire with rolled cardboard lures attached to the end. Cats go absolutely insane for it. The erratic bouncing motion triggers every hunting instinct. It is one of the best interactive cat toys ever made when you are holding it. The moment you set it down and walk away, it becomes one of the most dangerous. The thin steel wire is exactly the kind of material cats chew, and they do chew it. Veterinary forums are filled with cases of cats who bit off pieces of wire and swallowed them. Wire inside a cat's digestive system is a medical catastrophe. It does not pass naturally. It tangles, it slices, it perforates intestinal walls. The surgery to remove swallowed wire is invasive, risky, and expensive. Emergency intestinal surgery for a cat runs into thousands of dollars. For anyone on a fixed income, that bill does not just hurt financially, it devastates. And the emotional toll is worse. Watching your cat go through emergency surgery, not knowing if they will survive, blaming yourself for leaving the toy out. The guilt compounds the stress. Elevated cortisol from that kind of emotional trauma worsens blood pressure, disrupts sleep, and impacts heart health for weeks after. Cat Dancer makes a brilliant supervised toy, but they sell it knowing that people leave toys out, knowing that cats play alone, knowing that the wire can be chewed and swallowed. The packaging should scream, "Never leave this unattended." Instead, it whispers a small warning most people never read. The best toy on the market becomes the deadliest when you leave the room. Iconic design, surgical consequences, one moment of inattention away from tragedy. 7 toys exposed. From Hartz choking hazards to SmartyKat's disposable debris. From Catit's cracking plastic to PetZone's overheating motors. From laser pointers breaking your cat's brain to Trixie scattering sharp fragments across your floor. And Cat Dancer's wire, one unsupervised moment from emergency surgery. That is what has been sitting in your toy basket. That is what your cat has been playing with while you trusted the packaging. But do not give up on cat toys entirely. 5 products prove that safe, durable, genuinely enriching toys exist. They just are not the ones getting the biggest shelf space. Check your toy basket right now. If you see any of these 7, remove them tonight. Your cat deserves better. 7 toys exposed, and most owners still do not know. Hit subscribe so you never trust a label without knowing what is really inside. Safe pick 1. Yow Catnip Toys. Finally, a catnip toy that does not self-destruct. Yow starts with organically grown catnip. No chemical additives, no synthetic fillers, nothing your cat should not be inhaling or ingesting. The catnip is stuffed inside durable cotton fabric with reinforced stitching that actually holds up to aggressive play. This is not the tissue paper construction of SmartyKat. This is a toy built to survive real cats. Open the package, and the difference is immediate. The catnip scent is potent, almost overwhelming. Independent reviews consistently rank Yow as the most powerful catnip toy available. Cats respond to it with a fervor that cheaper brands cannot match because cheaper brands use stem and filler mixed with a fraction of actual catnip leaf. Yow uses pure leaf and flower. The entire toy is made in the United States under strict quality control. No overseas factories cutting corners on stitching. No Bergen fabric that shreds in days. The cotton shell withstands biting, bunny kicking, and the full fury of catnip-induced frenzy without splitting open. No loose stuffing on your floor. No hidden plastic components falling out. no scattered debris to pick up. Your cat plays independently for extended sessions, which means you are not crawling around on the floor retrieving swallowed pieces or cleaning up shredded fabric. A toy that keeps your cat entertained and keeps your home safe. That is what enrichment should look like. It costs a few dollars more than the toys that fall apart in 3 days. But you buy it once, and it lasts months. Yow delivers the promise every cheap brand makes, and none of them keep. Safe Pick 2. Kong Cat Toys. Kong built its reputation making indestructible dog toys. They brought the same philosophy to cats. Durable, non-toxic rubber, tightly sewn fabrics, and designs tested to withstand aggressive play from animals that bite for a living. Kong's safety testing documentation is extensive. The brand has maintained decades of production with minimal recalls, a track record almost no competitor can match. When you hand your cat a Kong toy, you are not gambling on whether a seam will split tomorrow. The materials are chosen specifically to resist the kind of punishment cats deliver. No small detachable parts, saws, no flimsy stitching hiding plastic components inside. Pick up a Kong and feel the difference immediately. The weight, the density, the texture all signal something built to last. The rubber toys bounce unpredictably, triggering natural hunting behavior without any of the hazards we exposed earlier. Your cat gets the chase, the pounce, and the catch that laser pointers deny them. Kong's durability means something beyond safety. It means you stop replacing toys every week. One Kong toy outlasts a dozen cheap alternatives. Fewer replacements means fewer trips to the store, fewer wasted dollars, and most importantly, fewer chances for a dangerous product to end up in your home. For anyone who has ever rushed a cat to the vet because they swallowed a piece of a cheap toy, Kong eliminates that nightmare. The toy your cat cannot destroy is the toy that cannot hurt them. Strong materials, honest construction, and a company that has earned trust across decades. That peace of mind is worth the extra few dollars every single time. Safe Pick 3. Bergen Turbo Scratcher. The Bergen Turbo Scratcher solves two problems with one product. A corrugated cardboard scratching pad sits in the center, while a ball rolls through a securely enclosed track around the outside. No detachable small parts. The ball cannot come out of the track. The track cannot separate into scattered pieces on your floor. The entire unit is a single piece, circular design that sits flat and stable on any surface. It does not slide, it does not tip, it does not migrate across the room in the dark like those Catit track pieces. Set it down and it stays exactly where you put it. The scratcher satisfies your cat's natural urge to claw without sacrificing your furniture. The rolling ball provides the hunting stimulation without the behavioral damage of a laser pointer. Two enrichment needs met by one stable, safe product. The cardboard scratching insert is replaceable, so when it wears out, you slide in a new pad instead of buying an entirely new toy. No bending down to collect fragments. No crawling under furniture to retrieve lost pieces. Just swap the insert, and your cat has a fresh scratching surface in seconds. The Turbo Scratcher has maintained consistently high safety ratings across major pet retail platforms for over a decade. That longevity tells you something. Products with hidden dangers get exposed over 10 years of reviews and scrutiny. The Bergen keeps earning 5-star reviews because it keeps doing its job without hurting anyone. A flat, stable, enclosed toy with no parts to swallow and no pieces to scatter. That is what safe design actually looks like. Safe Pick 4. Daybird Interactive Feather Wand. Daybird is the antidote to everything wrong with the laser pointer. A patented swivel design with real feathers creates a flight pattern that mimics an actual bird in motion. Your cat does not just chase. Your cat stalks, crouches, pounces, and catches real feathers at the end of every session. The prey drive is completed. The hunt ends in satisfaction, not frustration. No obsessive shadow chasing. No compulsive behaviors developing over months of empty pursuit. Just natural predatory play with a natural conclusion that leaves your cat calm and content afterward. The construction is deliberately simple. A sturdy fiberglass rod, a reliable swivel clip, and natural feathers. No batteries to overheat like the Pet Zone spinner. No electronic motors to malfunction. No small plastic parts to detach and scatter across your walking path. Nothing in this toy can catch fire, leak chemicals. Assembled in the USA with components you can see and understand completely. For anyone with limited mobility or joint stiffness, Daybird is designed for seated play. You sit in your favorite chair, flick the wand with a gentle wrist motion, and your cat leaps and dives around you. Light arm movement, easy wrist action, bonding time that does not require getting down on the floor or chasing your cat around the house. Interactive play that works for your body as well as your cat's deepest instincts. The feather attachments are replaceable when they eventually wear out from enthusiastic catching. Snap on a new feather set. Keep playing. Simple, safe, and deeply satisfying for both of you. Safe Pick 5. Pet Stages Dental Health Chews. Most cat toys entertain. This one actually improves your cat's health while they play. Pet Stages designs dental chew toys with a netting material specifically engineered to clean teeth and reduce tartar buildup during natural chewing behavior. Your cat thinks it is playing with a satisfying chew toy. Its teeth are getting cleaned with every gnaw. The toys are constructed without toxic dyes or chemical treatments and tested for durability that withstands aggressive chewing sessions without splitting apart. Veterinarians recommend Pet Stages dental chews as functional health tools. That distinction matters because dental disease is one of the most common and most expensive health problems in domestic cats. Untreated tartar leads to periodontal disease, which leads to painful infections, tooth extractions, and veterinary dental procedures that cost hundreds of dollars per visit. A chew toy that actively reduces tartar buildup, it is preventive care disguised as playtime. Your cat gets stimulation while its dental health quietly improves in the background. Feline periodontal disease does not just affect your cat's mouth. The bacteria from infected gums can enter the bloodstream. A cat with chronic dental infection is a cat whose overall health is silently declining while you assume everything is fine. Pet Stages addresses the problem before it starts and before the vet bills arrive. Clean teeth, healthy gums, fewer emergency dental visits. The chews hold up to sustained aggressive gnawing without breaking into swallowable fragments, which is exactly what the cheap toys on our avoid list could not do. A toy that cleans teeth, prevents disease, and refuses to fall apart. That is what your cat actually needs. Your cat trusts you completely. Subscribe now, and if you are watching on TV, tap your remote so you never get blindsided again.